Good morning, everybody, and welcome. This is Vicki Gardner. Say hello, Vicki.
Hello.
All right. I had a call with Vicki. I think it was, did we work it out? It was May or June or something last year?
I think maybe my first one was in May.
Yeah.
And then had another one later.
And then you signed up maybe in August?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us what happened between when you came into the group, deciding to book a call, and then what happened next? Like, just give us through that process.
All right. So coming into the group, I had no idea what it was about. I was invited by Claudia. And I just thought, oh, well, I'll do the right thing and accept and see what she's doing. And so I sat there. I really had no idea what it was about, but I just sat there and thought, oh, yeah, some of this stuff's pretty cool. Then I think just out of curiosity, I booked a call with you. We had a bit of a chat. And so that's where I learned that you coached a program called Thinking into Results, and we had a bit of a chat about what was going on in my life, kind of things that I wanted to change, the results that I wanted to see. And then, and that was all great. Everything that you said really resonated with me. And I was like, yeah, she's such a cool chick. This is awesome. And then at the end, we talked about how much it was. And the brick wall just went up. I was like, okay, cool. Well, that's been a total waste of my time because I can't afford $12,000. And I did all of that. I said, yeah, well, okay, well, I feel really terrible now because I can't afford that. And you sort of said, well, yeah, of course you can't afford it if that's how you think. I was like, that's right. No, it's not because of how I think. It's because I literally cannot afford it. I don't have the money. Like, it's all, yeah. And you sort of said, okay, well, just forget the how. Forget how you're going to get the money. And I thought, all right, cool. Well, it's all right. So you've been hit up the ass with the rainbow. You're driving around in a fucking Lexus with red leather seats, and so yeah, no worries. $12,000 might not be much for you, but it's a fuckload for me. I just got I got off the phone and I was semi pissed off actually. I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Well, I've just wasted my time, just wasted her time. She's a bit of a Looney Tune because even though like everything that you said, I was like, yeah, like I totally need what you've got going on, but the money thing just stopped me. But then after that, like you telling me to just make a decision and forget the how just kept repeating in my head. And I was like, okay, well, there might be something to it, but we'll see. And then you ran a free self-image training that went for 3 days or 4 days or something. And as part of that, there was $1,000 giveaway. So I thought, okay, well, your self-image is pretty shithouse, Gardner. So like, sit down and give it a go and see what it's about. It's free. You've got nothing to lose. So I committed to that, and I did all the exercises and all that sort of stuff. And then I don't know whether it was the third day or the last day or whatever, the day that the $1,000 was going to be drawn, and I hadn't put in any entries, I don't think, until that day. I had a million opportunities to do it, but I was just like, oh, well, it's probably bullshit anyway, so what's the point? But on whatever day it was, third day, fourth day, I went, I woke up and I just knew, like, if you put an entry in, you're going to win that money. and you're going to use that to do this program. And that's exactly what happened. I put the entry in, I sent you a message and I said, when I win the $1,000, Polly, can you please put that as my deposit for thinking into results? And you were like, yep, sweet as, can do. And then after that happened, so yeah, I guess that making that decision just started the snowball effect. So I was like, okay, cool. I've got that first $1,000 there. Like, where's the other $11,000 going to come from? Because I literally had no money. My finances were an absolute shit show. I had so much debt. I had been working my way through being left with all of a relationship's debt over the previous years. So I couldn't see out of that until I won that $1,000, until I made that decision that morning.
Yeah.
So trying to remember now, like, all the different things that happened. So I know all of a sudden, just after that, I got a refund for some money that I had overpaid out of nowhere. I was put in touch with a financial advisor who was able to help me sort out my shit show. She was awesome. And what else happened? Oh, there was some money that I'd been waiting to be paid for months and months and months, probably, yeah, going back to the end of the year before, and that all came through. I got my tax return, something, but anyways, I ended up with way more than, oh no, all of a sudden work decided that they were going to throw some money at professional development. So there was that, but I ended up with way more than $12,000. And Polly actually had no idea that I was doing all of this in the background. So she probably just gone, oh yeah, righty, I don't know what's gonna happen with this $1,000. But then I sent her a message probably, I don't know, 5 weeks later and said, yeah, okay, so when can I start? Like, I've got the money, let's do it. So
and
literally,
I was like, what the hell? She did it. Amazing. Good stuff.
yeah, it was so cool.
And then was it in that self-image training that you wrote down one of the things that you wanted to do? Or was it in a training after that?
It was actually in that self-image training that I had written down that I actually wanted to work with Polly, or for Polly, or yeah. So I don't know when that was, but maybe another 5 weeks later that actually came to life.
Yeah. So you wrote a post in Life by Design. Back then it was called My Success Filled Life. And I just thought, oh my God, this lady writes amazingly. I needed to help her write my stuff. So I reached out and said, hey, Vicki, you want to do some writing for me on the side and help me out? She's just like, oh my God, Polly, I actually wrote this.
But the funny thing is that from when I wrote those, because I think I did 2 posts in 2 days or whatever, but I knew from when I wrote them that something was going to come from that. And literally the next day you reached out to me and said, hey, I need some help with something. And I was like, sure, what can I help you with? And I had no idea that that's what it was going to be. And I was totally blown away. But sometimes I think on both occasions I've realized later, after, like, we've been chatting about something and I'd realized later that I'd written that I was going to do thinking into results and pay the money in full. And then that I'd also written that I wanted to work with you, for you.
Yeah. And now you do full time, don't work anywhere else.
That's right. And I also, well, as part of my goal that I wrote when I first started thinking into results was to be working in marketing and human potential. Here I am. And also to be working from home so that I can spend more time with my beautiful boys.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yes. So now that you're nearly finished thinking into results, tell us about some of the lifestyle changes that you've had, or life changes. Yes, you changed your career and started to fulfill your dreams, but what's happening on the home front?
So I think for me, it's kind of all centered around my self-image. I'm going to get a bit teary now. Such a crier. No, I just think it's so cool. Like, I'm so proud of myself. I'm a bit of a slow burn, but I'll get there eventually. So for me, I think me being able to understand myself better and having more confidence in myself and learning to love myself has been the catalyst for change in a lot of my relationships.
Yep.
with family and with friends. It's you just see little things, little words that they say, or so you can see that what you're doing is changing their life as well. It's not just changing mine.
Yeah. And that's such a good thing, hey, as a mum.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
So good. What would you say now to the people that were, because I think you had a few people that were skeptical about you starting?
I didn't actually, I don't think I told many people that I was going to start doing thinking into results, because I wanted that to be just mine. And also probably secretly as a self-preservation thing, because I'd spent so much money and I thought, oh my God, if you fuck this up like you fuck everything else up.
No.
It's oh well, I don't do that anymore because I'm nearly finished and I haven't fucked it up. It's been amazing. But yeah, when I said that I was going to just, throw away my stable, reliable 9-to-5er, I did have a lot of people that were, oh, do you really think that that's a good idea? Are you sure? What do you know about it? And all that sort of stuff. And I was like, well, I know that I want to do it. And that was it. Although, I wish I could say it was that easy. There was a bit of self-doubt that went along in there and a bit of buying into other people's opinions. But what actually ended up winning over was that it was what I wanted to do. And I've learnt through thinking into results that I can make a decision on my own with what I've got in the moment and be okay with that and trust myself.
Good.
Because I think you lose the ability to do that. Well, I did anyway.
Yeah, no, we've all been there.
And
I think there's still a lot of people that are stuck right there, asking other people's opinions. Well done, Vicki.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're
I'm
welcome.
so proud of me.
That's good, and that's awesome. So I want to just ask one thing. What would be your biggest takeaway from the whole journey, from the first call to now?
I guess the biggest takeaway is to know just how powerful I am.
Good.
Like, I can do some wicked shit. I can make stuff happen. And everybody can do that.
Yeah.
Everyone can do it. It's simple when you know how.
Yeah. And I think that's an amazing place to be sitting. Yeah, I can do anything.
Yeah.
Anything I put my mind to. And I think too, like when you start to, because you winning that first $1,000, there's like, oh, well, shit. Okay, that's what it feels like when I put my mind to something and I make it come through. And then you just
I had goosebumps. I was literally, because it was just so weird, because I just went, okay, well, all you have to do is put your entry in and you've won it. You literally just have to enter and you have won this. And I don't think I've ever consciously done that before. And that was before I'd even started coaching with you. That's just through sitting in the group and participating in the free training. So, you know, for me, like, if you're not ready, like, jump on the training. It costs you nothing, and it, like, that alone is amazing. But doing the coaching and thinking into results in your back pocket will absolutely change your life if you let it. It's like magic.
It is, isn't it? Conscious magic.
Yeah, because I guess a lot of people probably do a lot of these things subconsciously and not know that they're doing it.
Yeah, and I think, well, I know a lot of people that are subconscious competence, and I think everybody is on some degree, but what are we thinking about? What are we bringing in?
Well, that's right. When you're not conscious, you're bringing in,
same old shit.
You bring in anything.
Yeah.
But when you consciously do it and can understand that you've done that, you've created that for your life, it's amazing.
And it's a great place to be able to take responsibility from, hey?
And I guess that's another big takeaway too, is learning that I'm responsible for everything that's happened in my life, my past, whatever. Like, it's all ultimately got me to the place that I'm at, and that's awesome. Just because, you know, I didn't like it, it made me feel crap at the time, and I beat up on myself and whatever. That's just because I didn't know any better. And a lot of that time I wasn't taking responsibility for myself and my actions. I was very happy to play the victim and blame other people just so I could get myself off the hook. So that made me feel better.
Yeah. What a turnaround, Maddie.
If I could blame a circumstance or somebody for not doing what I thought they should do, then absolutely I would do that. But now that's not the case, because it is my responsibility. I'm accountable for how I behave, and for the results that I get. And I think for me, that probably is my biggest takeaway, that I am powerful beyond measure, but that in a loving way, like, not in a it's all your fault, Vicki, like, in a loving way, I'm responsible. And I guess for me, that also fills me with a sense of power.
Yeah.
That I am responsible and accountable for what happens from now.
Well, true, because once you know that you're responsible, and gives you the power to change it. Because if we're blaming other people all the time, then we're not in a place to be able to change anything, are we?
No.
Awesome job. What a turnaround, Vic.
I know. It's exciting.
It is so good. All right, is there anything else that you'd like to say while we're here?
No, I think I rambled on for the longest time.
That's good. I enjoyed it, and everybody else is going to too.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
When you get something out of it,
Yeah. I'll just take my rainbow and
shove it up your ass.
all right.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks, Vicki. Thank you so much for taking the time. It's been a pleasure. Bye.
Happy Friday.
See ya.